Yes.
I'd like to know more about Anima and her role. Maybe if you want to share anything about like your relationship with her, what social engineering means.
Well, social engineering is basically a way of saying learning planetary management on all different levels, sociologically, politically, economically, spiritually, so on and so forth. So the social engineers will come after the first contact specialists like myself, and that's why we work closely with social engineers and why Anima is my colleague in that way. So after the idea of open contact, then the social engineers will be available to humanity to help you understand how to manage an entire planet more efficiently for the benefit of all. All of its
So,
resources, in other words.
so how might, if I'm still around when she's here, how might I play with her or interact with her in the future?
Well, again, it depends upon your particular penchant for understanding the idea of balance and understanding how there is the principle that there is enough for everyone if distributed properly. That the idea of borders and barriers no longer really exists. It's all about the idea of proportional disbursement, of understanding the value of the resources you have, how to manage them most efficiently, and how to understand that there is enough for all.
Wow, very cool. And then lastly, I have been following my highest excitement. It's been really fun. And I am in a business now where I use hypnotherapy to help people reveal and transform negative beliefs. It's very
All right.
exciting work for me. It's based on the idea that when we're little, we run in theta. And so we lay down a bunch of beliefs without a filter at that point. And so the work that we do brings the brain back to theta and reveals things that are no longer serving people anymore. Is
All right.
there any information that you can give me that would make it more powerful for my clients so that we could tweak the process in any way that would make it more helpful or more effective?
Well, if they're willing to go into gamma first, that can help them unlock a few things that will make it easier to go into the theta level where the work can be done.
Oh, and can I guide that?
Yes, of course.
How would I do that?
Well, there are many different opportunities on your internet for understanding the vibration of gamma between 40 and 100 cycles per second. You can use different techniques, biofeedback, or even an auditory signal that is in the gamma range to put them in a certain state of association and information processing that is more efficient so that they can take that with them down into the theta state in order to process the information that you are directing their attention to.
The brain tells us where to go. Is
Yes.
that is that what's really happening?
Yes.
Okay.
But it depends on the state of the brain. And that way, by putting them in gamma first, which is the channeling state, it's like they are taking a submersible vehicle down into different levels where they will have an easier time of processing the information that they find there.
So that could be something as simple as listening to one of those frequency recordings before we start the process?
It can be. Different things will work for different people. You'll figure it out.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it all, and I appreciate you very much.
Our deep appreciation to you and unconditional love to you as well. Aveo.
Thank you, Abeo.
Hello, Bashar. I could have sworn that at one time in the transmission you said that the reptilians feel somewhat slighted because we have that wiring in our brains that causes us to immediately go into fear when we're around reptiles or reptilians. And I seem to be the only person who remembers you saying that. And then I thought, well, maybe I dreamt it. So could you please tell me whether or not that's true? Thank you so much.
Yes. Your reaction to the vibration of the reptilians causes a reaction in them that makes some of them not necessarily care for humanity very much because of humanity's reaction in the primitive brain of humanity, in the mammalian brain of humanity, to the idea of a reptile. So you're kind of at odds with one another. Not all reptilians feel the same way. Most of them actually ignore humanity. But there are those who have a little bit of a resentment toward humanity because of humanity's reaction to them. They feel slighted in that sense. Good day, good day.
How are you doing?
Perfect, and you?
Good. I wanted to ask you, what is the secret of the universe?
That you are completely empowered, that you have the greatest power to choose, that you determine your life path, that you create your reality, that you are an aspect of all that is, experiencing itself through what appears to be an aspect of itself.
Okay, I understand. Um, how do I activate the dormant abilities in my heart?
By following the formula.
Is this the only way?
It is not the only way, but it is the way that is most efficient, which is why we give it to you, so you don't have to overthink it or overcomplicate it. It includes every possible process that you have decided to experience on your life path. So if you want to be efficient, use the formula. If you want to take a longer route, that's up to you.
No, I'll skip the longer route.
All right.
Um, 1 second. Who was the person in my room not too long ago? I think it was an ET, but I'm not sure.
What did you experience?
There was a person next to me, and they were making eye contact with me, and suddenly, like, I sort of blacked out for a minute.
It may have been an ET connection, but it also may have been a member of your soul family.
Okay, I just didn't recognize that type of physique. It didn't seem human to me.
Well, remember that spirits are not any longer human, and they will take different forms that are necessary to perhaps reach you in the state that you're in. And there can be distortions of your perception of what they actually are because of the difference between their vibration and yours.
Oh, okay, so my mind can create this mask of what they are in my mind.
Yes, because of what it is you believe that you would experience when exposed to that energy. Whatever it is that needs to be a symbol that helps you realize that something is attempting to connect to you, to contact you, to get a message through, to say, I am here, and allow you to interpret it in whatever way makes sense to your physical mind.
Okay,